Timberwolves have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. You know, Steven, for Pekovic, he's not the NBA leader in points in the paint every season. He's not far off. A great post-up score, something you see less and less of nowadays.
And even off the ball, a great offensive rebounder and finisher. He punishes you on the inside.
Here's Snell, following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. From downtown, and again, no good by Chicago.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here's McDermott. And that time, also a missed shot. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wiggins with it. And there's an intentional foul, but I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, tough to explain that one. It looks like he just lost his focus. I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Bulls trail by 8, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, for Doug McDermott, he feels as though he's been overlooked a lot in his career, but he's learned to let it go, saying, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't have any scholarship offers. It was more trying to prove people wrong early in my career. Now I feel like I've established myself, and I'm just playing for the love of the game. Good motivation, guys.
Man, the game's in his veins, don't you think, Doris? It's what he loves. Thank you.
You know, often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year, I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
There's a minute 34 left now here in the second. Here's Pekovic. It's blocked. Mirotic, the pass to Brooks. Three-pointer, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, who's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Bennett comes in for Young. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Wiggins. And the Bulls making a change also. Ejuan Moore is checked in for Tony Snell. And Muhammad the bucket on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. The Bulls have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
The offensive rebound, Jang, and that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Here's McDermott, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
The Timberwolves with only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
From deep, Brooks. Phenomenal buzzer beater!
You gotta love seeing nothing but zeros on the clock when that ball tickles the twine.
Oh, man, a clutch shot.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. It's Chicago as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-5 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And, Coach, in this kind of a matchup against this team, how important is keeping control of the ball and limiting turnovers?
It's huge. Live ball turnovers, if you put them in the open.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Check out the game for Dunleavy. 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 spot.
Well, with Derrick Rose out of commission last season, the Bulls again look to run their offense through Joakim Noah in the high post. He assisted on almost 25% of their made baskets when he was on the floor.
And it's Butler missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Young, a screen on Rose. Passes it to Muhammad. There's the bucket. Good. Muhammad's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Noah last season becoming the first center to lead his team in assists in over 2 decades. Tallied 14 assists in 1 game. I mean, that was the first time in 35 years a center was able to do that.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Rubio dishes to Martin. The drive by Rubio. And Joakim Noah, the highest assist average since Vlade Divac over a decade ago.
And he became only the 5th center in NBA history to average at least 12 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists per game. That's pretty impressive, Clark.
3 years into his career now, and it's clear that for Ricky Rubio to take the next step into being a difference-making point guard, he's going to need to find more consistency with his shot.
The Bulls leading by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the NBA is taking steps to tweak the NBA lottery. It was a move a long time coming as debate raged in recent years about teams, quote, tanking for top picks. Commissioner Adam Silver had long defended those teams looking to rebuild and go young. But guys, in this business, perception is reality, and he felt they had to make a change.
We'll see how it works out, Doris. Thanks.
And with Rubio, it's not just that he frequently misses perimeter shots, but it really makes it tough for his team because opponents back off of him. They don't respect his shooting ability, and therefore it negates the fact that he's a terrific passer. Teams just slough off of him and dare him to shoot from outside.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Feeds it to Pekovic. Shot from 12. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's now 11 points for Nikola Pekovic. The Bulls leading by 8. There have been a few point guards that haven't been great outside shooters earlier in their careers. Steve, like Jason Kidd is one that comes to mind. He eventually got to the point where his shots were respected. And as it turns out, it was huge for him.
And that, I think the same thing could play out for Rubio, and it needs to. I mean, it's frustrating to see someone who's such a gifted passer only be able to shoot 38% from the floor. But as he continues to develop that shot, his game should open up. Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
Payne, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Martin. And here's the fast break. And Rose throws it down hard.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Rubio after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Pekovic, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him. And Powell never really the brilliance, but for 7-footers, getting as wide as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joint. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Powell able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now, here's Rubio. There's the dish to Pekovic. And Young, here we go. Butler with the block. And that one's... good. And that's 15 points for Nikola Pekovic.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. High arcing shot. Chicago leading by 6. McDermott can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Rubio with it. Butler covering. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dang comes in for Nikola Pekovic. And Gary Neal sub in for Thaddeus Young. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Morris checked in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Bennett's checked in for Payne. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Minnesota, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. And the technical free throw is good. Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. And here's the intentional foul, but you know, it's coming here at a very inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a bad play there. I mean, that can really cost you the game. You've got to be smart when you make those intentional fouls.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
McDermott's checked in for Tony Snell.
More.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 5.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Bennett setting the pick for Wiggins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago calls timeout.
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy foul.
From deep, Rose. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That really could be